Good morning, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. You are welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. And I am your host. My name is Kumawe Tarinemi. We must continue, we must make progress, and today I will advise that you share this message, share this broadcast as far as you can, and ensure that people around you are listening as well as you are. And pay attention, because what you learn from Radio Biafra, you shall use from time and time and time to come. You are welcome, you are welcome, you are welcome. We shall pray as it is our custom to do so. Let us pray. Tambaran and away, you're gonna mokiri motemeda. Oyengin and away. We worship you. We worship you. We worship you, Lord. We worship you in the holy land of Biafra. We worship you everywhere we are in this world. We worship you. And again, we dedicate the land of Biafra unto you. For in the land of Biafra, we shall worship you forever and ever and ever. Lord, we pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, that you have called and separated for this great and mighty work to restore Biafra in our time, to restore Biafra in our day. We ask that you give him everything that he needs, keep him sound, keep him healthy, even though he's facing the worst. We ask that you continue to be with him, that you never leave him just as you've promised. We pray for all of our people all over the world that are doing what they can and contributing all that they have and all that they are for the restoration of Biafra. We ask that these ones will never be discouraged, that these ones will continue to keep their head on, to be focused. Lord, we ask that these ones will never drag feet, neither will they draw back. Lord, we pray for all of our men, the Eastern Security Network, that are doing the needful daily and securing our land and kicking the terrorists out of our land. Lord, we ask that you continue to give them superior strategies and provide for them all that they need, that the distraction that is flying around will never get to their doorstep. Let their minds be focused on the goal, which is to restore Biafra and to protect the lives and properties of our people. All this we pray in the name of Tamara, Chukukika Biama, Abasi, Ogene, Elohim, Ise, Mopa. We must continue, we must make progress. This is Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. I will advise that you share this message, continue to share, don't stop to share. Ensure you share so that everyone will be able to get this message. So that everyone will be able to get this gospel as it is getting to you as well. Today, we are handling a topic that I title Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is something that is, if you're not careful, it will sweep you off your feet. It is self-destructive. You take all your time to destroy your own self. That is what hypocrisy does. Hypocrisy is self-destructive. It makes you destroy yourself without even knowing. Hypocrisy, very dangerous. The question is, what is hypocrisy? I know almost everybody knows what hypocrisy is, but I don't want to assume. What is hypocrisy? You know, over here, I give lectures. Other people might preach, and everybody have their own pattern. Mine, I give lecture because I want to ensure that everyone is carried along and everyone follows through with the message that we are passing, and no one is left behind. Very, very important. Very, very important. So I give lecture. So what is hypocrisy? Our title, our topic is hypocrisy is the foundation for disaster. If you want to have disaster, bring hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is the foundation for disaster. But what is hypocrisy? Hypocrisy is simply somebody lying to himself. You know the truth. Okay? You know the truth. But you choose to tell yourself the lie. And you want to accept that lie like it is the truth. Just to please somebody somewhere, you choose to tell yourself the lie, and you begin to act in that lie as if it is the truth. Deep down within you, you know the truth, but you don't want to accept the truth. You pick up a lie, either a lie you created or a lie that somebody you consider influential created, or a lie that somebody that bribes you or bribed you created, a lie that somebody somewhere of influence created. So because this person have created a lie, or you yourself have created this lie, and you just cannot see yourself getting over this lie, you now begin to force yourself to live according to that lie. You now begin to force yourself to live according to that lie. That is what hypocrisy is. You know, some people don't even know that what they're doing to themselves is hypocrisy. They don't even realize it. They don't even realize that they are hypocrites. They don't realize it. Many people are hypocrites, but they don't know. Many people are hypocrites. Once you see the truth about any matter, you see the truth, and instead of accepting the truth, whether the truth is convenient or the truth is not convenient, instead of you to accept the truth and say the truth, irrespective of who is concerned about the truth, but because somebody somewhere will be angry, you decide to keep the truth. You don't want to say it. You hide it. You hide the truth. When you do such, you are a hypocrite. And not just that you hide the truth. If you hide the truth, but you do not try to live according to that lie, the lie that is there. You're not saying it, but you are just on your own. You're not submitting yourself to the lie. You're not saying the truth. You're not submitting yourself to the lie. You recognize that this is the truth and this is a lie. But maybe because you're afraid or because of one thing or the other, you decide not to say the truth. But you're not forcing yourself to live according to that lie. You're not entirely an hypocrite. Even though sometimes if you don't say the truth, you're complicit in the destruction that is about to occur. Because whenever a lie is in office and the lie continues to be in office and nobody is challenging the lie, there is a disaster that is about to occur. A disaster in front. What is a disaster? Something that destroys everything. Because this world is built by truth. Everything in this universe was put together by truth and by love. It was truth that built this world. You must understand that. Truth built this world. So this world operates by truth. So whatever you want to destroy, you put lie inside of it. And begin to make the people in that area begin to live according to that lie. You have destroyed them. You have destroyed those people. Once you can get people to believe a lie and live according to that lie, you have destroyed them. And sometimes, or most times, some of these people, they will know the truth, but they will choose to live the lie because you have made them to. They are hypocrites. And they will be destroyed. It is a simple principle in this world. Once anybody can make you to live a lie, to accept a lie, once anybody can convince you to accept a lie, you are in a place, they are telling lies about somebody, and you don't want to speak up. You don't want to correct it and say, no, this is a lie. And they go ahead to kill that person out of a lie. And you know that this is a lie. And you refuse to speak up. It will keep going. It will not stop. They will get to your children. By then you will want to talk and it will be too late. You will not be able to talk. Hypocrisy is the foundation for disaster. That is why science can never be hypocritical. Science, no. Science will always, that is why when people want to believe things, they go through science. Because science goes with observation and all that. And anything that science cannot prove, science keeps it away for the time being. Because science cannot afford to be hypocritical. Because if science is hypocritical, then the whole world, then there will be no progress in science. If science is hypocritical, there will be no progress in science. The only thing they can do is to, if the oppressors do not want those that they are oppressing to have access to the reality of science, a particular science, all they just need to do is to ensure that you don't have access to that knowledge. But they will not give you the negative of that. Because before you know it, it will now become what everybody believes. And it will destroy science. That is why science, most of the time, cannot afford to be hypocritical. But in other aspects of the human life, people are usually hypocritical. The zoo is shouting, insecurity here, insecurity there. Hey, there's insecurity, oh, there's insecurity. People are dying here, people are dying there. There's insecurity. Insecurity in the nation, as they want to be calling the zoo nation. Insecurity. The only problem to the zoo, the only thing causing insecurity in the zoo is very, very simple. Hypocrisy, rather. Hypocrisy is the only thing that is making the zoo the way she is. Where the zoo is today is as a result of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, people not telling the truth. People were only telling truth before 1967. The truth died when the whole world fought against Biafra. The truth died in 1970. And that is why all your politicians in the zoo can never tell the truth. It is not in them. They can never. Except maybe very insignificant few. But all of them, they know the truth. But they live their lives as if the truth is not the truth. They pretend like the lies that they tell you is the truth. So when they pretend that the lies that they tell you is the truth, they have to live according to that lie. And every day they want to be convincing themselves that that lie is the truth. And at the end of the day, the zoo is destroyed every day, every day, every day. The destruction keeps increasing. I read the tweets of Shehu Sani. He was like, okay, you want to impeach Buhari. When you impeach Buhari, what do you have? Osibanjo. Okay, let me say you impeach Osibanjo. What do you have? He went on and on and on and on. And at the end of the day, everybody in line in APC government system, they are hypocrites. So nothing will change. The system will continue. Everybody there are hypocrites. Hypocrisy. We are one nation. Hypocrisy. We are one people. Hypocrisy. Until you begin to tell yourself the truth, you can never make progress. Any area of life. At every point in your life, you have to sit back and ask yourself questions. What I am doing right now, am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right track? Am I deceiving people? Am I deceiving myself? At every point in time, you must call yourself to order, because there are so much noise out there. So much noise. So much distraction that people forget themselves. They are already hypocrites. They don't even realize. They are believing the lies of others and running by the lies of others. How do you run by people's lies? You know, sometimes somebody that is telling lie, and you think the person is the superior, the person tell you lies, and you begin to run by it, thinking that that is the truth, without you making your own research, without you subjecting what this person have told you to reason. You refuse to subject it to reason. Without you subjecting whatever you are told to reason and asking critical questions. And that's why they cannot deceive us. We ask critical questions. There's no how you can deceive us and get us to be running along with your lies. If you tell lies, we'll call you out. And we address it on the table. Let everyone be the judge. Because we ask critical questions. If you do not ask critical questions, you believe in a lie and you will not even know it. You will not even realize that you're living a lie. The number one certificate for you to be, or the number one requirement for you to be a zoo politician is hypocrisy. If you're not a hypocrite, you cannot be a successful zoo politician. You must be a hypocrite. Why? The people have been trained in hypocrisy. The Nigerian people, the Nigerian populace have been trained in hypocrisy. That is why on Radio Biafra here, we keep telling the truth. And if you listen to people talk, people that don't listen to Radio Biafra, if you listen to them, even Biafrans that don't listen to Radio Biafra, you will note the difference. You will see that these people are just hypocrites walking empty. Even Biafrans that don't listen to Radio Biafra. But if you listen to radio, students of Radio Biafra, people in Biafra land that listen to Radio Biafra, you will see that their communication is different. Their eyes are wide open. They see clearly. They don't follow the lies anymore. They are no longer hypocrites. An average Nigerian is a hypocrite. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not saying this to get anybody offended. It's not because I don't like Nigeria, but this is the fact. An average Nigerian is a hypocrite. So for you to be a successful zoo politician, you have to be a hypocrite. You have to continue the lies that people before you have told, or else they won't believe you. When you come and tell the truth, they won't believe you. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu first came and he was telling the truth, many of them did not believe. It is just because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet and everything that he has said has come to pass. That is why many other people began to believe, even those that are not Biafrans. They began to believe, they began to know that indeed everything this man has been saying is true. But if your heart loves the truth, like many of us that are in this movement for the restoration of Biafra, we listen to our leader even before any of the things that he said came through. Even before any of the things that he said came to pass. We listened to him and we heard the truth because we are sons of truth. When we heard the truth, it was not any difficult thing for us to follow. Until today, we are still on it. Some of the prophecies, when some of us heard some of those prophecies, they sounded weird. They sounded extreme. Because as at that time, it's not so easy to believe that the kind of things that are happening now can actually happen. That it is not easy to believe that they were possible. It is not easy to believe that these things are possible. That these people will just come and change everybody and put Fulani in all the security and nobody will talk. All the southern politicians, all of them will be quiet and they'll be okay with it. And they'll be working and all of them will be thinking of next election, 2023. It is not difficult to imagine. I mean, it's not easy to imagine. When our leader made all these revelations, some of us heard it, we didn't believe it entirely. But we were more focused on the present truth that he was telling. And that was why we were following. But at the end of the day, everything came true. Everything happened. Until today, the ones that he said are still happening. Everything, every single thing the man said, they are all happening. But God confirms the words of prophets so that those that are weak will believe the prophets. It's not for those that already recognize truth. It's not for those that already recognize truth. It is for those that are weak. So those that are weak have now heard, now they have believed because they have seen everything come to pass. But you don't have to wait until prophecies begin to come to pass before you realize what is true and what is not true. You must on your own be disciplined enough to follow truth. You must be disciplined enough to follow truth. It's very important. Very important that you on your own, that you're disciplined to follow the truth. Very, very, very important. Because what you will do for yourself in following truth, no other person can do it for you. No other person can do it for you. What you can do for yourself, because it is personal discipline. When you are living in an environment that is filled with lies, like that of the zoo, you may not be living in the zoo, but you're from one community somewhere that is under the influence of the zoo, and you want to get information about the zoo, most of what you will hear are lies. So it is you, if you on your own, if you're a hypocrite, you will easily imbibe those lies. And it is because people over time has been taking lies as truth and living by it, and they have been dying. These lies have been killing them. They still don't care. They see everything. The only man in the zoo that stood out, that has till today, the words that he said are still effective till today, is Fela in the zoo. Fela stood out clearly. Fela wasn't a hypocrite. He was so real to himself, never ever telling himself the truth. Never. You see, this thing called hypocrite, when they tell you fake life, like if you go to social media, they'll tell you, oh, you're the only one living real life now. Everybody's living fake life and all of that. Fake life. That is just modern way of telling you that we are all hypocrites now. That we are all hypocrites. Fake life is hypocrisy. You don't understand? It is hypocrisy. Of course, they call it packaging. They have different words. When you say fake life, it means it's not real. That's not you. That is not your reality. So it is hypocrisy. When they will see things, they will not say. They'll be waiting for the zoo media that all they do is to tell lies. To now tell lies, then whatever lies that they tell will now be the standard. Everybody will now accept it. So some people, they go to their communities. Like for instance, let me give you an instance. Let me use real life situations. Because if I'm just talking like this, some people will be thinking, some people will be finding it difficult to understand what I'm saying. For instance, an average Izon man knows that Isaac Boro was killed by the same people he was working with. Isaac Adakaboro from Kayama in Bayelsa State, according to the zoo structure. Every Izon man knows that Isaac Boro was killed. Not by enemies, not by those he went out to kill, but by those he was fighting for. The same zoo Nigeria that he was fighting for, the same zoo Nigeria killed him. Isaac Boro wasn't an easy man to kill, but they were able to find his secrets, find his loopholes, and they killed him. Why would they go all out to go through all that stress to kill him? But he's fighting for them. Oh. He was fighting for them. And they killed him. I've read a book of one of Isaac Boro's comrades, one of Isaac Boro's soldiers that were still in the army. This man revealed that book. Now, I can't even find that book again. Maybe I would have made made some of the revelations that man shared, made it very, very, made it public today. The man said that after Isiboro was killed, after 1970, after the war of genocide, he wrote it in his book that those of them that were left in the army, they were all killed. That he only escaped many deaths. He said while the war was going on, they were still killing them. They still went out to kill most of them. Those of them that I saw that followed through with Isiboro, because Isiboro was leading a militia. So after Isiboro died, many of those his militia, they were not part of the Zoo army. But those that were left in the Zoo army, that were also part of the Isiboro team in the army, they ensured that they killed them one after the other. Why? These people have an ideology of Isiboro, which was primarily to defend his people. Isiboro thought that fighting for the Fulani will give an edge to the Izon people to be on their own, or at least have their own voice, that Fulani will not infiltrate them, because Fulani was able to convince the politicians, some of those foolish Izon politicians at the time, convince them that they are best friends, and Igbo man is their problem. Of course, this man following British ideology caused a lot of problem within Biafra. As at that time, political issues created lots of internal enemies. Nnamdi Azikiwe, because he was doing what Britain wanted him to do. He was British pawn, ended up becoming British pawn. So he was doing the bidding of Britain. So because of those things that he was doing, he created some internal enemies. So some of those Izon politicians that thought that, their problem is Nnamdi Azikiwe, and they thought that because Nnamdi Azikiwe was quite very popular and influential, and he had many Igbos following him, because majority of the people did not know. In fact, nobody even knew what he was doing with Britain, how Britain was making him to do what he wouldn't want to do, because they have his secrets behind that they can expose him, threaten to expose him. So they started using him and creating internal enemies. So when all these things were going on, some of them started having hatred with him. So in order to bypass this person that they think is their problem, they went to the main problem. And that is why till today, some people are still suffering. Till today, our people are still suffering. So when Isiboro came up to fight, Isiboro came up to fight for the whole of the Biafran people. The ideology he came up with at the time, because naturally, as an average Biafran, you know that everybody here, we are the same, that we are one people. Except when politics get into you. So when some of those politicians like Haro Dapabriye saw what was happening, saw how an Izon man, a young Izon man, was coming out to stand for everyone, they say, they went after him, brought him to Fulani, and deceived him. So after deceiving him and all that, the man changed, because they convinced him that his problem was Igbo. And when you're a young man, Isiboro was a young man, he was in his 20s when all these things were happening. He was an undergraduate. He was in his 20s. He wasn't even up to 30. Isiboro didn't even make it up to 30 at the end of the day. He was very young. Right now, I am way older than Isiboro. He wasn't even up to the age of 30. So, He was a young man. So seeing older politicians, and the culture in Biafra land, we believe that our old men are experienced, okay, except we are able to find their faults and know beyond every reasonable doubt that these people have gone away, that they have drifted. That is when we go against our elders. Or else we have so much respect for our elders, because in Biafra land, before you become an elder, you must have gone through series of trainings unconsciously, because the elders continue to train the younger ones. So by the time you become an elder, your character is very, very much something that anybody should respect. So as at that time, things have not gotten as bad as it is right now. So because of all that, people like Aziboro was able to believe Harodapabri, even against his own dad, because even Aziboro's dad did not even accept Aziboro's style of going against the Igbo people and doing all that he did. His father didn't approve it. Aziboro's father did not approve it. His principal political leader, Franco Pigo, also did not approve of it. Okay, so it is some other Izon people that he believed that these people are fighting for the Izon cause and all that. They took him and made him believe that the Fulani have good intentions for us. When you don't know a man, you will just think that the man is all good. That's why some people say that the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know, because you don't even know whether that angel is the real devil and this devil is a learner. You don't even know. So that was the case with Aziboro, because we are too far from the Fulani. We never knew anything about the Fulani. Even as at then, even the history about Fulani, they were not teaching it in schools. All those places Fulani conquered, they were not teaching it in schools. Nobody knew about Fulani and their intent. We don't know them. They are total strangers to us. We know nothing about Fulani. Nothing, absolutely nothing. We just know that, okay, we're all Africans. So that was why it was very easy to deceive Aziboro and all that. So Aziboro came and was doing everything that he did. And after everything, they killed him. And they started going after his comrades and started killing them one after the other. One after the other. Almost all of them, they killed almost all of them. Took almost all of them out of the army. Almost all of them. That is why, though the job people that later became senior people in the Nigerian army, it came later on, later. After a long while. Because those people that were there, that were officers in the army before the war, many of them were killed and some of them were dismissed for no good reasons. They were just dismissed because they were afraid, because of what they had already done to Boro. They were afraid that these people could become powerful, because, as at that time, what was reigning in the Zoo military was cool, and cool. They were afraid that same mindset, that same ideology of Boro might make these people turn against us as well. So they eliminated most of them and removed the rest from the army. And then once you're out of the army, you have no power, you have no structure, you have no system, there's nothing you can do anymore. You can just stay in your house and just cry if you're a sincere person, or follow them. Like they say, if you can't beat them, you join them. So many Izon people know that Aziboro was killed, but when you ask them, what would they say? They'll say, his death. Now, they will tell you exactly what Obasanjo wrote in his book, that his death was a mystery, that nobody knew. But they know. Why did they bring Obasanjo? Why did they change Adekunle, the Red Scorpion? Why did they change it with Obasanjo? Is it not because he killed Boro? Is it not because they were afraid that the people, those Boro soldiers and other soldiers that believe in what Boro was doing, that they were going to turn against the army? Is it not because of that fear that they removed Adekunle and replaced him with Obasanjo? Is it not because of that fear? But when Obasanjo came and wrote everything that he wrote, he said that it's a mystery. Because the first report, the first thing they said that it was Biafran army that killed him. But they know that if they say that, it will be offensive. Because they know, some people know the truth. So in order to have a soft landing, not to be here nor there, they have to say something that the people will accept. Say it's a mystery. It's a mystery. It just makes it look as if they don't know who did it. But the zoo killed him. We all know the zoo killed him. But as some of those people that are following the zoo system today, they will tell you it's a mystery. Those that are following, hey, we are Nigeria, we are Niger Delta. How did Bodo die? They will tell you it's a mystery. But in their hearts of hearts, they know that it is the zoo that killed him. Adekunle gave the order after receiving order from the top. Adekunle didn't just kill him. Military's order. He received order from somewhere. So they had to eliminate him. That is how they create lies. They create a soft landing for you to propagate. And you'll be propagating this lie at the end of the day. If some people didn't accept that and talk of the mystery of the death of Boro, if some people kept on saying that you people killed Boro and the people that killed Boro must be brought to book, and some people should be compensated for the extrajudicial killing of Boro, I don't think Obasanjo would have bombed the way he did. Because he would have respected the people. He would have known that you cannot just kill an Izon man and just get away with it with any lie that you tell. Because Obasanjo was the one that told the lies that some people believed, that some people carried all over and was telling the whole world that it's a mystery. So he had the guts to come and bomb Odi. Are you seeing how accepting one lie causes disaster in future? That is exactly what the zoo is facing today. Buhari died. All of them, none of them could talk. None of them could say, Buhari is dead. Why are you hiding it from us? Why are you hiding it from us? All what we are experiencing today in the zoo, I'm telling you, if not for what Dora Akunyili did, if not for what Dora Akunyili did, we would have experienced this after the death of Yaradua. That's the time that we would have experienced this, if not for what Dora Akunyili did. Because there was one person that was bold enough to tell the truth. One person was bold enough to tell the truth. She paid dearly for it. Her husband paid dearly for it. They killed her husband because of the same thing. Let nobody deceive you. They want to use all those killings to blame IPOB, to blame ESN and all of that. That man was targeted. They killed the man because of what the wife did. After killing the wife long time ago. But the woman saved lots of people, lots of lives. What we're experiencing today, just imagine if we had experienced it at the time when Yaradua died, when IPOB had not even come out strong to gather people in this manner, it would have been worse. It would have been worse then. So Akunyili was there, Dora Akunyili was there to save the people. And she did. Thank God she did. But today, all of them kept mute because they all have interest in 2023. They kept mute. And some of them are crying. Yoruba media that has been there supporting all the evil that comes from Aso Rock. When people were killed at Owo, they were crying. Why are you crying? It was expected. When you support evil, the evil will spread. It was expected when people died at Owo. It was expected. Once you shy away from the truth, you are preparing for disaster in future. You can never shy away from the truth. Once you see the truth and you keep quiet. Once you see the truth and you say, no, I will not say. And instead of not just saying, you will say the entire opposite. And you want the world to believe what you're saying. You want to convince everybody. If those people that you're telling accept what you're saying, all of you will be consumed. And that is why, the zoo as it is, the zoo cannot stand. The zoo have told too many lies. The zoo cannot stand. The only way for the zoo to continue is to continue telling lies. The moment you start telling truth, the zoo continue to die. The zoo cannot stand. And because the lies have traveled too far and become too strong, the lies are consuming the zoo. And the state where the zoo is now, you tell the truth, destruction. You tell lies, destruction. The zoo is in total destruction as we speak. The fate of the zoo is destruction. Because, okay, what I mean by if you tell the truth, it is destruction. If you tell lies, it's destruction. If you tell the truth that Buhari is dead, it is destruction. It is destruction because people will be like, wow, really? Is it not the truth that this man has that he was using to threaten them? Oh, it is my turn, Tinubu. It is my turn, it is my turn. Tinubu was shouting, it is my turn. If you don't, I will say. If you don't, I will say. He knows the truth. But he's a hypocrite. And his hypocrisy will bring disaster to his people. It is already bringing disaster. More disaster. And all those people that are busy following him, they want Tinubu to be president. Disaster is coming. Disaster is coming. You had Sunday Igboho out there telling the truth. All of you connived, kick him out of Yoruba land. So that nobody will be telling the truth again. Because you want Tinubu to be president. Disaster is coming to your people. Disaster. It's a pity. It's a pity. But that is just the facts. Until you stand out and begin to tell the truth, disaster is awaiting. Look at all of them. When all these evil politicians in Biafra land, when they commit all their evil, they will run to Abuja. When they commit all their evil, they will run to Abuja for safety. Okay. That Abuja has become the place that houses all the liars and all the lies in the zoo. And that is why Abuja is being consumed. Abuja is being consumed right now. And nobody is going to save Abuja. Abuja will be consumed. Abuja is being consumed because of the magnitude of lies that has been told in Abuja. Because of the magnitude of lies that has been told. They will spend money on security. They will say that they are buying things to fight terrorists. Meanwhile, they are sending money to the terrorists to buy things to fight the army. Because the army as it is right now, it contains every ethnic nationality in the zoo. Till today as we speak. It contains all the ethnic nationalities. Foolish people from the south are still in the army. Even though some of them know the truth, but for belly's sake, they are still there. Or for one other reason or the other. They are still there. So because these people are there, the Fulani must have to strengthen their own personal army, which are the terrorists. You know, Fulani people have openly said that these people we call terrorists, these bandits, and all that they are their own freedom fighters. I hope you are aware. So when they tell you that these are their own freedom fighters, what are they telling you? They are indirectly telling you that they are doing what they want and they are behind them, sponsoring them. Our freedom fighters, the Eastern Security Network, are we not the ones sponsoring them to defend our land? We are the ones sponsoring them to defend our land. Nobody else is doing that. Individually, you bring a little, this one brings his little, that one brings his little, and the war keeps going. We are the ones sponsoring the Eastern Security Network. And there's no politician somewhere, no philanthropist somewhere that is sponsoring the Eastern Security Network. Individuals that are working hard. From their hard-earned money, they are sponsoring the Eastern Security Network. Why? They are fighting for our freedom. They are fighting for our survival. So when the Fulani come to tell you that these terrorists are fighting, that they are their own freedom fighters, they are telling you that they are the ones sponsoring them. And they are the ones in government. So the government is sponsoring them. So whenever you that is from the south or you're from the middle belt, you're in the army fighting terrorists, just know that you're fighting the foot soldiers of your masters. Those that you say yes to when you go to the office. So why do you think they are going to strengthen you more than they will strengthen them? People that are fighting their own cause. They will strengthen those people more, and that is what is happening. So for them to do that, they must have to tell lies. So the lies continue. And of course, they can't tell the truth. If they tell the truth, more destruction. And as they're telling these lies, destructions continue. Destruction continue. So either way, the zoo is being destroyed. Right now, whether you tell lie or you tell the truth, the zoo is in total destruction. Total destruction. And all of you in the army, they send you to Biafra land, you trigger happy, you want to go and kill somebody. Like our leader said, you will not have villages to go back to. You will not have villages to go back to. By the time this is over, you will not have villages to go back to. I bumped into a particular information that some leaders or past leaders in the zoo in the south and in the middle belt, they all came together, went to the UN, and presented their interests there, that they are not satisfied with everything and all of that. You have to make your claim. You don't just do that quietly in the UN. It's good you do that, but you have to continually talk. All of you have to be talking. There is no cheap talk. All of you have to be talking. The world needs to be seeing that everyone, all of you that put your name there, all of you, you have to come out openly in the media and talk. Not just to go and be writing. Talk. Let the whole world see your face and know that you're not in support and know the truth. Let the truth not only come from Radio Biafra. Because when the truth comes from Radio Biafra, they will rule it out and say that it is propaganda. They will rule it out and say that it is propaganda. Let the truth come out from your mouths. All of you that they have sacked your villages. And you were thinking that you were a big man in the zoo. But your villages have been sacked. Some of you don't have villages anymore. Big man, no village. No village to go back to. All your people have been killed. What is the big man for? And that is why we must be disciplined. And this is to our people, those that want Biafra to be restored. Each and every one of us, we must be disciplined at every point in time to say the truth. We must be disciplined to say the truth. And we must discipline our hearts to identify the truth and identify a lie. You must be disciplined. Not when one politician come and begin to champion criminal, 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 you join them, criminal, criminal, criminal. Meanwhile, they are looking for you, You know that you're not a criminal. But it is you that they are looking for to kill. The politicians, are they not criminals? Are they not criminals? Are they not the ones sponsoring all the criminality on our land? Provided things are not under their control, they are not comfortable. And we cannot be under their control because what we want is freedom. What they want is money and influence. We don't want that. We're not here for their money. We're not here for any of their influence. What they want is money and influence. We're not here for all that rubbish. What we're here for is Biafra. So there's no way we can be under their control. There's no way we can agree at any point in time. And that is why we have to be very, very smart when these people come. It is because some of them have been declaring criminals, declaring that there are criminals on our land. That is why their Ibubago could go haywire and be killing people like that. Because they have killed many innocent people in the name of criminals. Without going to court, without anything, they just kill them. And when they kill them that way, they will come and tell you that these people are criminals. I'm not saying that there are no criminals on our land. There are criminals in every society. We all know that. Every society, there are criminals. But not when you make it as if everyone in Biafra land are criminals. You give them the opportunity to kill whosoever they want to kill. And they will tag them criminals. And because it is the same people that are fighting for freedom that are the ones that have been shouting criminals, everybody will believe that, okay, these are the criminals that some people have been talking about. Because you must know that our people right now believe IPOB more than they believe the politicians. So if you allow the politician words to enter your mouth, the politicians to influence what you say, you will not be doing our people any good or any favor. If you are somebody that you have some level of influence in social media, you must know that you're not an ordinary person in the society. You may not have all the money, but you are influential. You're not an ordinary person in the society. If you believe a lie, people will die. If you allow a lie to continue, people will die. Or it may not be a lie per se, but if you allow a wrong impression to continue, people will die. You may not know. You may not know that that's what you have done, or it is because of what you did that people are dying, but people will die. That is why we all have to be very careful. We all have to be very careful. Because when these people are coming, they are coming for the good ones. They don't have any business with the criminals. Get this straight. The zoo does not have any business with the criminals. When the army, they are coming, they don't have any business with the criminals. They are coming for those good ones, because the army that they are sending to our land, they instruct them to go after the Eastern Security Network and all of that. Why? So that it will open the doorway for the Fulani to come in. Why do you think this year we have had records of Fulani kidnap, Fulani, these things that Fulani have done? It is because of the work that this army have been doing, killing innocent people and calling them criminals. They will go to places where Eastern Security Network are, and they will fight them and kill some of them. And when they kill them, they will call them criminals, and some of us will clap for them. But those are the people that are stopping the Fulani terrorists. And when you begin to see Fulani terrorists begin to kidnap people, and you begin to wonder how. You're wondering how. It is very simple. Very, very simple. That is how. The zoo, see, if the zoo, okay, somebody sent me a picture, is it yesterday or so, of a scenario at Enugu, where zoo army officials, they are the ones escorting cows with the army uniform of the zoo. They are escorting cows. Open grazing. The same open grazing that all the governors have come together and banned. Open grazing have been banned, but it is zoo soldiers, military men in their military uniform, that are protecting these cows. And we all know that it is through open grazing that the terrorists use in entering our land. That is their excuse. Open grazing is their excuse from entry for penetrating our land, penetrating our forest. Because when you see a Fulani man with cows, you just assume that they are all innocent, that they are the normal innocent Fulani that we've always known. And they will enter everywhere, enter forest, and you will not be alarmed. You will feel like all is normal. And that is why open grazing was banned, for security reasons. But the same people that are supposed to be fighting them and be telling them open grazing is banned, they are the ones escorting them. So why do you think these people will be more interested in criminals? Why do you think? Are you getting the picture? The criminals are created by the politicians. The politicians serve the Fulani. The army serve the Fulani. They have the same masters. The terrorists, it is the same masters, the same Fulani. All of them have the same masters. But your problem are the terrorists. The terrorists are your problem. And you know that the politicians are giving cover for the terrorists. You know that the army and the police are giving cover for the terrorists. So how do you now think that those mushroom criminals, the army and the police that are giving, that have been fighting ESN, because it is on record that immediately ESN was established, these people launched an attack at Olu, and going to look for ESN. They've been looking for ESN. When the first place they found ESN was at Olu, they started war. Till today, the war is still there at Olu. So why do you think they will do anything against criminals? Why do you think they will be bringing all those armories to our land for criminals? They want to stop those that are defending our land. We will not let them. They cannot succeed. But we will not aid them. We will not encourage them. Rather, we will expose them. They are not in our land to look for criminals. It's an excuse. It's a lie. They're not in our land to look for criminals. So don't allow anybody to convince you towards criminals and all of that. There are criminals on our land, I accept. There are criminals everywhere. Everywhere. In fact, there are lesser criminals on our land. Most of these criminals that are making the news are sponsored by the same politicians just to blackmail IPOB. They are sponsored by the politicians to blackmail IPOB. So by the time they succeed in blackmailing IPOB or blackmailing ESN, they can now come in the excuse of going to look for criminals. They will now come and kill innocent people. Anybody they kill is a criminal, because the person can no longer talk. He's dead, cannot defend himself. Those 14 people that Ibubago killed, can they defend themselves? If not that, other people were defending them. Would they be able to defend themselves? Now, as Hope Uzodinma say that they are bandits and all that, can they go to court and defend themselves? Can a lawyer defend them? Can they go to court? They are dead and they are gone. And anybody they kill, they just put it in that manner. And that is why we must be smart. We must all be smart. So we must continue. And somebody said he's not receiving notification from me. I think it's the zoo. Facebook is doing their work. They usually they are always against the truth. That is why even Facebook is just a matter of time. Facebook will also they will also be destroyed. It's just a matter of time. By the time Facebook will be destroyed, everybody will be surprised. Facebook will be destroyed, another will take their place. Many companies have arisen, and others come and take their place and even do better. Okay, when BB BlackBerry was there, BlackBerry Pin was there. Everybody, it was BlackBerry, BlackBerry, BlackBerry. Everybody wanted to have BlackBerry. WhatsApp came, and BlackBerry became history, including the phone. The pin and the phone, everything became history. So even Facebook too will be history. Okay. So they try as much as they can to ensure that people do not follow me, do not follow my pages. They try as much as they can to ensure my messages do not go far. I don't care, but we must continue. We must put everything that we can to ensure we get the messages we ought to get. Okay, we must do everything we can to ensure we get the messages that we should get. So, and I will round up this lecture primarily by saying this: for the local people, and this I am talking most especially to those people, those leaders that wrote to the United Nations. Okay, they are the ones I want to address. You want something good for your land, for your people, for all of our people. Okay, first of all, you must accept that all of us were not one. Most especially, we're not one with the Fulani. We never knew them. We are not together. We have never known them. Our cultures do not align. Our ideologies do not align. They are mostly Muslims. We are mostly Christians. And our local traditional system, Judeo-Christians particularly. We are mostly Judeo-Christians. Our environment, our culture is Judeo-Christian influenced. They are Islam influenced. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But we are not the same people. Our ideologies are way different from each other. And you must accept that we cannot live together. If we want to make progress, we cannot live together. These are facts. These are reality. Truth is reality. If you're wondering what truth is Truth is reality. Anything that is real is truth. Anything that is real. These are just reality. These are reality. We cannot live together. I accept that with the people of the Middle Belt, with the Odua people, there's a way we can structure our system. We might be able to live together because we are primarily Africans and we primarily have African orientation, African ideology, primarily. African local orientation. It may not be too difficult for us to live together. And we, each and every one of us, have that sense of respecting differences, which is fine. We might find a way to live together, but not with the Fulani. It's not possible. We can't live together with the Fulani. And most especially, all these things must be put to test in a referendum. So whatever you want to do with the United Nations, tell them for the people to make their choices of what they want. They should come and grant the people referendum. That is what we in IPOB we have been calling for. Actually, what those leaders wrote to the UN, they asked for national conference. Yeah, if I call it national conference, my conscience do not allow me to call anything about the zoo nation. The zoo is not a nation. It can never be a nation. It's not even a country, not to talk about a nation. So what they're asking for is for a conference. I will call it, I would describe such a conference to be an intertribal conference. That is what they should call it. It's not a national conference. There's no nation. The zoo is not a nation. It should be called an intertribal conference. Well, all the ethnic nationalities or inter-ethnic conference or whatever, all the ethnic nationalities will have to bring people that will speak for them in a conference, and they will discuss what they want. And at the end of the day, it should be a referendum. Let everybody decide for their fate. Do we want to continue this Nigeria? Do I want Biafra? Do you want Odua? Do you in the Middle Belt want Kwararafa or whatever identity that you go by? Those are the kind of things that should be discussed. When you're writing a letter to the United Nations, those are the kind of things you should be writing. And that is the level, that is where we are right now. That is where we are. We are not in a position to be talking about PVC election. That's rubbish. This is not the time to be talking about PVC election. Foolish people will be out there shouting PVC election and this one, that one. Very foolish. Hypocrites. Election. And there's insecurity. In fact, out of our youth that is controlled by Fulani, have they not told you? They have told you that if insecurity continue, that there will be no election in 2023. They are indirectly telling you that there will be no election in 2023 because they are the ones controlling the insecurity. Insecurity is not being done by young men, and they are the youths. Are they not the ones doing it? They are the ones. They know all the people, and they are all together. So they have just passed the message that 2023 there will be no election. And all of you are there wasting your time, jumping and insulting yourselves instead of you to be thinking of your survivor. At this point in time, anybody that is pretending that he doesn't know that the zoo is not possible. He's just a hypocrite. He's just a hypocrite. And that is the level that is where we have seen most people. Hypocrites. Hypocrisy is just normal in the zoo. Everybody's a hypocrite. You see them shouting in lecture, hey, pastors, all of them are hypocrites. 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 Deceiving themselves and deceiving others. Tell yourself the truth. And that is why they have killed many pastors. They have attacked many churches. Because these pastors refuse to tell themselves the truth. They always want to believe that Nigeria is possible. How? Hey, God will do this. God will do that. Did God tell you that he's a hypocrite? You want to tell me that you believe in Yeshua? You believe in the words of Yeshua? Jesus, for those that don't know his the right pronunciation of his name. You want to tell me you believe in Yeshua? Oh, every Sunday you are quoting Yeshua, quoting what he said. But you refuse to identify where Yeshua was calling hypocrites for who they are. And saying you are hypocrites. Yeshua spent lots of his ministry identifying hypocrites and scolding them. But what are most of you doing? You are ignoring hypocrites. You don't call them for who they are. You are afraid. You want to look for a soft landing. That's why some of you will say, use my church for PVC registration. Soft landing. You're not a disciple of Christ. You're not. See, when you want to read the Bible and you want to read about Yeshua, forget about all that gentleman image that they give you. Read without bias in your heart. Read without the pictures that the white man created for you. Read the book. Read the book. What is written in that Bible about Yeshua? Read the book very, very well. You will see that Yeshua was radical. He was radical. That was why the politicians and the religious people hated him, just as most of you hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was radical like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He wasn't a gentleman. He wasn't preaching like a gentleman. He preached with confidence, with authority. Somebody that called the ruler of his place a fox. Somebody that went to the temple and carried cane and whipped all those money doublers and market people that have turned the house of God into a marketplace. But all of you, you want to be in the good book of evildoers. You're all hypocrites. Hypocrites. All of you are thinking, oh, let us put in Obi. Obi is a Christian. And oh, when Obi comes, everything will be over. You are a hypocrite. You want to put Obi on the same 1999 constitution. You are a hypocrite. It is very simple to identify hypocrisy. What you need is survival now. You want to put Obi. Terrorists are already at Abuja. They are not waiting, no. They are not waiting for you to put Obi. They will never wait. All of you, PVC. You're all hypocrites. Hypocrisy is running in your veins, and you must tell yourself the truth. And some of you, you go to church, they tell you this, they tell you that, they tell you go get your PVC, and you say, oh, because Papa and Mama have said that we should get our PVC, and yes, they are correct. You too, you're a hypocrite. All of you are hypocrites. Why? You don't tell yourself the truth. You see all the people dying. You complain of death and insecurity and all of that and all the things that are going on. You complain every day in your house. And when somebody come and tell you the truth and tell you the solution, you say, no, I want to do what somebody somewhere told me, that you know in your heart is not the solution. The solution is for all the people right now to call for referendum. You must stand up and call for referendum. If you say, okay, we need to sit down and discuss, of course, we should sit down and discuss. Let all the people come together, sit down and discuss and say what we want. And of course, you know, it's not what's it called? All those politicians that are going to discuss for us. Because anything they discuss is null and void. Our people are not going to accept it. Okay, that brings us to the close of, not the close actually. We'll be taking calls. If I continue, I may not even give time for people to call. So we'll be taking the calls right now. We'll be taking calls. You can call any of the lines that you have. You can call any of the lines that you have. Very, very, very important. So for those that do not have our number, for those that are listening to us for the first time, that are just joining this program for the first time, I will be calling out the lines that you should call through. You know, I try to call it slowly because some people have complained, oh, you're very fast in calling the numbers. So I usually try to make it slow. So on Signal, you can call us on +45 71 64 59 62. I take it again. +45 71 64 59 62. Then on WhatsApp, you can call us on +48 73 96 45 829. +48 73 96 45 829. Then you can all call us on Skype. The Skype ID is Radio Biafra VOC. VOC is in capital. Biafra. VOC in capital. The lines are open. The lines are open. And you can call through to the program that we have today, which is titled Hypocrisy is the Foundation of Disaster. So the lines are open for everyone to call, and you can call through. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Please put down the volume of your radio sets. My voice is echoing. Put down the volume of your radio sets. Are you good now? Are you good now?
Hello?
I am hearing myself and it's not good. Put down the volume of your radio sets.
I'll come back.
Okay. Hello, the caller on signal, your name and where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution. Please try and be brief.
Yeah, thank you very much, my dear brother Mazita Rinemi. My name is Desmond, and I'm calling you from Maz. I want to appreciate you for your good work because these lectures are very important to the orientation. And as you say, hypocrisy is the foundation of disaster. That's what it is. Because Nigeria was founded on hypocrisy, deceit, and disaster, and that is why it is facing what it's facing today. And surely it has to end in that way. But Mazi, I want to encourage our people, having listened to your broadcast this morning on the issues and what is going on in the land of Biafra about criminality and everything, we should know our people are not much involved in criminality, if not government-sponsored criminality. We have some few elements here and there, but it's always governments, and the ammunition they are bringing into our land is to stop those that are defending our land, and also for them to kill our people as they have continued to do non-stop since 1945, which we are now saying we have to stop ourselves, and we have reason to do that, and we have to do it in all way that is, in fact, in any way that it should be, but we have to stop the killing of our people by the Nigeria state and their securities. So Biafrans all over the world, we want everybody to listen, as it has been our normal duty to call on Biafrans to continue to support ESN through the right means and channels that is approved by HODTOS. So before I finally drop for others to contribute, Marcia, we go ahead to give out these numbers for my PUB national body of Italy, signed by the national coordinator, and it is for Biafrans in Europe to call, and they will be directed on how to support ESN. Remember, I said Biafrans, not IPOB families, because these numbers are on Signal and on WhatsApp. The first number is +39 35100 46055. This is IPOB National Coordinator number in Italy. And the second is +39 371 3044902. This is IPOB National PRO number in Italy. Any of them you call, you will be directed on how to support ESN as long as you're a Biafran and you find yourself in Europe. Please let us support the defense of the land of Biafra. Let us support our men to defend our mothers to be able to go to farm and come back alive. And I urge Biafran youths around Biafra land to form village community vigilance, to defend the land of Biafra also, because there are some of these criminal activities of Fulani terrorists in our villages that are very, very much inside, and we have to stop them also. We can do that by forming community vigilantes that will be able to have the necessary link in order to combat whenever there is a super attack or something like that. So we must defend Biafra. Our destination is Biafra. We encourage Biafrans to continue to obey the directive from DOS, because we are not stopping and we are going home. Thank you, Mazita Rinemi, and Chukwabema bless you from here.
Hello. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution.
Okay, sir. Africa, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear, and the world is listening.
Africa, remain blessed. And may the peace of Chukwu Kikabiama dwell upon you.
Yes, sir.
And you must see your fatherland.
Yes, sir.
Hypocrites. Africa, hypocrites. Biafrans all over the world. Are we not hypocrites? We the Biafran people. That is number one. You have your body as a Biafran. And Fulani have his own body and the name as a Fulani. Likewise, Yoruba and Hausa and the Britain are comfortable in Britain, having light, having their children are in the school now. Their youths are in their companies, industries working. But to come here, our own children are using Okada, KK, everywhere, everywhere. Are we not hypocrites? Every man, Britain laid the pipe here, straight to Britain, and second our eye, and the training terrorists in Medegere. They come and kill the children of Chikabiama. Hypocrites. Our leader, Martin Magdekan, is the Messiah. And he came and said, Britain, I have realized who I am. Let me go back to my father. No, let's Israel, as Israel, who can do the chicken in Britain. Then the China Sanworu, Lord Lugwez and as Israel, who can indeed, Bomobia for Romuchuki Kadam, and the name, a shameless race. The worst hypocrites. Aside the arrogant. I'm African, you talk about Jesus Christ. I took what Kadam as since then, the chicken, the dead. Talk about since then, that Matthew chapter 3, from verse 1 to end. And the same Matthew chapter 4. That they study very well, carefully. So that all these idiot pastors and religious leaders that think that because they are reverend fathers, they are bishop and pope, that they will take the land of Chukwukikabiama. The name of our God is Chukwukikabiama. That's our ship. Chineke. I seem to was there. The preaching of John the Baptist and the temptation of Jesus Christ. That the lecture. That are not the kind of remove Banaka. They stick to them now. They Satan tempted Jesus Christ. Even just study the temptation of Jesus Christ. Why? That are not the kind of hypocrisy from Postasha. Say, now it's not when we hear one day that terrorists have used jet and kidnap our leader, all of us will run away. And immediately it happened, the autopilot preaching dead. That's then the chicken does not be autopilot or whatever. It's talking about autopilot. Or it's autopilot or whether they be. Okay, church come autopilot. Like when go to church car handle, okay, church car is not a hypocrite. Then the chicken does it, all these governors. Whatever seems like that. I quit First Samuel chapter 24. Then Jeremiah chapter 52. Carefully. Then every verse carefully. Oh. First Samuel chapter 24. David displays the life of Saul. And the Saul is hypocrite. But David is not hypocrite. Because David knows that Saul is Chukwukabiyama appointed him. And the Saul being hypocrite know that David, Chukwukabiyama, because of his useless thing, has handed the matter to David. And so I wanted to kill David. But David said, I would have killed you, but I want to leave you. He said, okay, you know these governors. All this says, that Makachineka Kereligwe, Ofoye Nime Hafo Langa, Biafra Simon Asai Womutumo Kwensu. All of them, Napu Batafla, the Kadeba and I like for okay, Bubeli, the man and the Marupala, when the Motapawarin. And I will put chocolate from. Okay, the man, the offer 6 days. One of another, we're not but organized to tell you, Bauman against Danny. I want to back after one and water. But we want to see you being from it more gumba. But that's job, that job impostor to brain. Say organ one and Wakabugala. We don't need that in United Nations. United Nations, Takata where? Monkey. Thunder Babu Konele, that Bruno. Then I think of them like a phone or powerful no gun. I almost in a Fukumadro Fubu. Latawa. Instead of your fragida, what they are returning to the price and when I have to go to Cabra, I want to Chuku, as you call a powerful. I'm not going to allow you to recall the meal. Maka, Glory, Nafu. Now, what is Oje, Otonka, African red, 6 days remaining. Oh yeah, Biafra.
Biafra will heal thee. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast.
Biafra Voice of the Coast.
Your name and where
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, right on.
Good morning, my brother. Yeah, my name is Chukwu Emmanuel. Are you hearing me?
Very clearly. The word is listening to you.
Okay. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel. I'm speaking from my location. Thank you very much for this morning topic. It's wonderful. I greet my leader, our leader who set up this platform. Because in this platform is where you hear the truth. And the Bible said, you shall hear the truth, and the truth shall set you free. That is what our leader came to do. But it's unfortunate that the place called Nigeria, where they are liars from their president, from the religious leaders, everywhere are liars. And the Bible says all liars are going to hell. And the hell is almost in Nigeria today. And they are still lying until they understand the meaning of truth and turn back to hear the truth, or else the hell is already in Nigeria. That's number one. What the missionaries sent to Nigeria, they remove. They want them
You could tell the court.
not to teach the people how to reason. The white people, the British, what they are teaching in school in Nigeria, they want them not to teach the people how to reason. That is what is playing in Nigeria. It's very clear. I hope people will start listening to Radio Biafra and they will hear the truth, what is going on, and the plan of British and the missionaries in Nigeria. That is why the so-called men of God, they are interested for Nigeria to continue because they know what they are doing. They don't have problem because they are collecting money from poor people to reach themselves. That is their business. They are not even thinking of going to heaven because they don't know where heaven is all about. The heaven is here on earth, a good country that have plan for their people, like Europeans and others, are heaven already here on earth. The hell is in Nigeria, where British created by themselves to make it hell. That is why their agents are working hard so that hell will remain until they understand what our leader came for, to break the chain of slave, of darkness that covered Nigeria. If you are listening to Radio Biafra, if you are listening to our leader topic each time, when you listen, you become somebody else. Your brain will open. Your eyes, inside eyes, will open. You start thinking, reason as a human being. Our leader came to save humanity. The whole black race are in trouble. The white people have used Nigeria as a chain to the whole Africa. That is why they are fighting tooth and nail to make it to be as you are seeing it today. The whole senators in the east, in the west, and all of Nigeria are all criminals. They are fighting for their pocket and their family. They don't think about the present or the past. The white people have something that was their secret. The white people think about the past. The white people think about the present. The white people think about unborn generation. Any country that are not thinking in these three ways is not a country. Because the past are the dead. Those people who have come here and they have died and they have gone. The present is those people who are hearing my voice now. If you are in a government, for example, in Nigeria, you must go to the history of Nigeria to see what happened to the dead. When you see it, you read the handwriting of the wall. It will help you to understand what to do now you are present. Because there will be a time when you are here no more to become a dead.
Please, because of hello. Yeah, please try and round up so that others can call. Our time is well spent.
Okay. So the black man in Nigeria is thinking of himself. He's not to remembering the death to see what was wrong and correct it. And he was not thinking about unborn generation. He was only thinking of his pocket and his family. That's the problem of black race. Thank you very much. All hail Biafra.
Biafra will heal thee. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello. Good morning from here. Your name and where you're calling from. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, I don't understand what is going on here. Thought I had picked this call, but... Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi, good morning.
Yes, good morning. And where are you calling from? Your name, and please, you have 3 minutes. You have 2 minutes. In fact, try to be very brief because our time is fast spent and others need to be able to contribute as well.
All right, this is Mazi Ugochukwu Obala from Liberia.
Okay.
I want to say good morning to all the Biafrans all over the world, and good morning to our leader. Good morning to all the members of DOS. God will continue to bless every one of us.
You see?
And thank you for your topic. We're talking about hypocrisy. What is the meaning of hypocrisy? People today, there are many people that are in hypocrisy, but they didn't know they are in hypocrisy. The reason why I say this, let me say this boldly because I don't fear nobody. Any person that in autopilot are hypocrites. The reason why I say this, the person that you're following, this is the killing of 14 young men in Imo State. 14 young men in Imo State. The person that you're following tell you to sit down at home. Not for you to march. And many people today, they are saying, yes, we're not going to march. How can the world is going to listen to you? How can the world know what is happening in Imo State if you don't march, if you don't say enough is enough of this killing? Listen, let me say this. People today are being misled. And you know that you are being misled. But our leader say through the Radio Biafra where you can hear the truth. It's only in Radio Biafra where you can hear the truth. There are many people today that are supporting the bandit for them to prescribe IPOP. Listen, this truth must not be covered. P2B said IPOP is not a terrorist. P2B, the one that is running for president, is saying IPOP is not a terrorist. And the world know it. But those governors that in Southeast supported Buhari for them to prescribe IPOP. But did they think that prescribing IPOP will stop IPOP? It can never stop us because the restoration of Biafra is one thing that God said that is going to happen. So let us continue to sponsor ESL. Our people that are in Southeast, our people that are outside the country, please let us know this.
Sponsoring of ESN is one thing. Let us continue to do it. Restoration of Biafra is what is going to do. Next year, by the grace of God, please let our people know this. If we don't vote, for next year, these are the end of Nigeria. What we are asking for is referendum. We are not calling for voting for presidents. We are calling for referendum. What we are ready now is to vote for referendum. So the world must hear us. Let the world hear us. Nigeria government should know this. We are not asking them in Southeast next year. We are not going to vote. The only vote that we are going to vote in Southeast is referendum. So thank you, Mazi, for the teaching. Hypocrites, those that are hypocrites, I'm urging you to come up. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And the only way you can know the truth is listen to Radio Biafra, because this is the radio that Mazi Nanikano have put for us to know what is happening in Nigeria. There are many killings in Nigeria, but they can't broadcast it. They can never broadcast it. So I'm urging our people to know this. Listen to Radio Biafra is one thing. Let us continue to listen there. Thank you, and God bless you, Mazi. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless you. The caller on Signal, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from, and please, you have 2 minutes for your contribution. Please try and be brief.
Hello, Mazi. My name is Mazi Okotie. I'm calling from Paris. Mazi, our African rep, I want to thank you for your topic this morning. It's very, very important topic. When we talk about hypocrite, in the other way, you can see it as also as a double standard. Because this world we are living today now, you see double standards everywhere. Take example, the war that is going on in Russia, between Russia and Ukraine. You see some other European leaders and other people telling African countries that we are hypocrites, that we don't want to support, we don't want to condemn Russia for what they are doing in Ukraine. So we come to understand that those who are telling us that we are hypocrites, that we don't want to condemn Russia for what they are doing. But they are done worse in Africa. Recently in Libya in 2011, we recently that with right?
They are still doing to us. They are still doing to us even till now.
Yes, I will see that as a double standard, as an hypocrite and everything. Look at each Biafran today. We are clamoring for our independence. Not that we cannot declare Biafra, but we can declare Biafra. But we want to go through the democratic process where everybody's voice will be heard. But today, look at Britain. They went out of EU with what? Through referendum. Nobody opposed them. Nobody killed them. Nobody do nothing to them. But when we ask the same, we ask for a referendum, when they give us the debt, they give us, because why? Fulani, they are embodied to do things like this because they know that nobody will challenge them. Because when they challenge them, they will say, okay, you people are challenging us, but look at what you people are doing. You are doing more than that. Even our leader was kidnapped and extraordinary rendition, which is against international law. But where did they feel that all these countries too that they think that they are human rights countries, that they are fighting for human rights, they defend human rights, because they do it as well. They kidnap people from other countries and they bring them to their country to pay to their country to pay the law. So everything is what all this one it's called double standard and it's hypocrite. So what we are trying to say is this: why most people are against IPOB today? Because IPOB stands for the truth. Our leader Mazi Nanikano stands for the truth. They are offering everything. They are giving you everything on earth. He says, no, what I want, my value is the well-being of my people. You don't want to be hypocrite. You don't want to play that double standard game. To set a good example for the world to follow. And that's why the world is against IPOB. That's why the world is against IPOB. They can kill us, they can do everything, they can do whatever they want to do for us. They will talk like I said, they are not doing anything, but they are seeing everything that's going on. This is hypocrisy, pure hypocrisy. So what I want to encourage my Biafran brothers all over the world, from the coastal region to the hinterland, all over the world, they are everywhere. Whether you are IPOB member, you are not IPOB member, you are Biafran. When they want to kill you, they will not know whether you are IPOB member or not. You are Biafran. As well as you are Biafran, you are IPOB. So I want to use this opportunity to call on all over the world. Whether even those autopilots, those hypocritical people called autopilots, and their leader, Samuel Ekpa, that we thunder, we strike, and we kill it. Let all of them come to realize today that we have to put hands together to protect ourselves, to protect our life. Yes, we don't think we are going to do it. We have to put hands together. We have to start. I want to talk about money. In this struggle, we need money. Even if we to protect ourselves, today it's okay, let's have vigilante in our village. We have to find vigilante with what? For people parading, we take it for story, we find vigilante with wood or one thing. These people want to find vigilante, we take money to sponsor them. ESA is there, ESA needs money. They are doing a great job. They are in the front line, doing the ultimate. So we need to support them. $1 is something. We have to contribute to this struggle. Whether you are IPOB member, you are not IPOB member, as long as you are a Biafra, you must contribute to it. It's a must. Because at the end of the day, we are doing it to preserve our life, to preserve our value, to preserve for the generation unborn. And everybody must do that through DOS. You must listen to DOS. If you are in this struggle, you say you are in this struggle, you don't listen to DOS, you are an hypocrite. So everybody who has gone astray must trace their step back and come under this command and control. That is the only way we can go to defeat this hypocritical step that the world is taking against us with Biafra. That's all I have to say. Thank you, my dear Terry. Keep on the good work. May God bless you.
Thank you very much.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Please try and be very brief. Your name and where you're calling from. You have 2 minutes so that we can round up. Our time is fast spent.
Good morning. Are you talking to me?
Of course I am. And the world is listening to you.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Mazi Teddy. Thank you. May God bless you. Yeah. I am really following you. Of a truth, your teaching was a very inspiring one. I want to say this. The problem that we are having, everybody is having, is hypocrisy. More especially, I want to channel my own in the religious fathers. Let me put it that way. They are so hypocrisy. They are so hypocrisy to the core. Now, many of them are rising up today, saying that Fulani is a terrorist. All these years that Toby have not come up, all these years that Fulani have been killing, sacking villages, are they not seeing it? They are seeing it. The answer is yes, they are seeing it because they are so blindfolded with hypocrisy. That is the reason why they do not say anything about it. And now that you are hearing them saying it is because this Fulani has targeted them. They have targeted them, and I want to use this opportunity to tell everybody, if you're living in hypocrisy, hypocrisy must surely come up to you. Because the religious leaders that are talking now against herdsmen that are killing, Fulani that are killing, the reason why they are talking it now is because it has come to their doorposts. And I pray that the Fulani herdsmen will torture them so much unless they repent and stand firm. And another thing that you say that I pick so much, the reason why I channel my own in this side, because that is where I belong. I'm a Christian. Yes, that is where I belong, and I know the truth. As Yeshua says that we should know the truth, and the truth will set us free. Yeah. The reason, what I want to tell our people is this. Jesus Christ is not a peace. How should I put it? It's not that good. The picture they paint to us, because I've seen him in many occasions. He abused the politician. He abused even the Pharisees. He even flogged people out of the church, which is happening today. Today, the church has become a marketplace. But the so-called pastors, they just keep calm, and such a thing is happening. Like Jesus, when he come and encounter with such a thing, he beat out a lot of people in the church. Let me just stop here. Christians, rise up. This is our opportunity to take our destiny by our hand. Biafra is the last hope. That is the only hope. Thank you for watching. May God richly bless you. Keep on your good work. In the name of Chukwu Kikadiama.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And this brings us to the close of today's program. I want to thank each and every one of you for listening and to say God bless you, and we shall continue. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra, and my name is Kamawe Tarinemi.